closer procedure as far as the water is concerned. What you do, you turn the pump. Okay, and you flip the well breaker. You're shutting the well off. You got your water heater. You're also going to drain manually. You flip the breaker off, and the breaker is off, and the well breaker is off. What you do, I got these two little short hoses right here, and if you look in between the two, the pressure tank and the water heater, there's a drain here that goes down under the ground, and it comes out there at the worm pit. I'll show you the worm pit later for all garbage that you accumulate. Keep the worms going for your fishing. The cap is finger tight here for the hoses. What you're going to do is just twist it off, hook the hoses, one to the pressure tank, one to the water heater, stick them in the drain, and let them start draining. And don't forget the two little valves. Leave those till the very last, because they're the lowest two valves in the whole system. Let it drain, let everything drain off the upstairs plumbing and everything before you open those up, and you won't have a lot of runoff. It will run into the ground, but sometimes if you turn them off too soon, they'll bleed through the ground and through the foundation, and then end up in the bathroom. And be sure that this tap has been opened. The shower valves are open to drain the water out of the shower system. And the toilet stools here, we use a little plastic cup. Take and dip all the water out of the bowl till it just kind of lines up with the top of the outlet here, because you're going to add antifreeze to that, and the less antifreeze you add to it, the better off you are. So, and be sure that the tank is completely drained, and it even takes a plastic cup to wipe all the moisture out of it. And that way it won't freeze. Nothing will freeze.
One.
Okay, this valve right here also drains slow, and it takes a container to keep under it. So when it's running, you got to keep throwing it outside. You'll probably get 2 or 3 of those containers full of water, because the line goes up over the ceiling. At the very end, you put a little bit of antifreeze in every trap, because you don't want the odor from the septic tank drifted back through the system and into the house. So you got to have liquid in those traps. before you start draining the trap down there and everything, disconnect these two hoses to the washing machine off of the valves. You see they got a couple of kinks underneath there. You got to pull them up and straighten them out. Be sure that all that water is not caught in that hose. Just let it go back in the machine and then start draining the back of the machine. One point or another, you're going to have to unhook the drain, and be sure that when you're going to use the washing machine, that the drain is hooked back into the trap. Just lap it over the trap, and then this yellow strap will be on there. Just put it on there to be sure that it's not going to come off, because you'll get a flooded basement down there. And then leave the faucets open, because they got to drain also. This washing machine right here, you have to drain it. What you do, I generally pull it out and you shut the hoses off right here. You pull it out a ways, and you see that pipe down there? You have to disconnect it right here where this yellow string's at, right here. You disconnect it there, and it's quite a bit of water in there. You dump it into a bucket, and then just take and pour antifreeze right back into that hose, and it'll stand up. But if you want to hook, you should hook it back for whoever's going to use it next. They want to do the same thing you did. Yeah. So go ahead and hook it back and run it through.